integrity of the investigation.
So no more details were released. Police continue that investigation.
The Port Lavaca Wave reporting the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office has confirmed the body of Hunter Hadley was found Saturday evening around 5 p.m. Calhoun County Sheriff Bobby Vickery confirmed Hadley was found. Hadley went missing the night of January 27th after his boat collided with a barge in the intra-coastal waterway. McCoy Wagner, who was a passenger in the boat, was rescued and is in serious condition in a San Antonio hospital. A fundraiser to help the family is set for March 1st. Hadley was just 20 years old. A fundraiser now established for the Port Lavaca downtown fire loss last Thursday. The fire destroyed the home of Port Lavaca Mayor Jack Whitlow. The Something More Foundation has set up a fund to assist the mayor and other property owners in recovery. All funds received will go to the property owners affected.
Chief Appraiser John Halliburton with the Victoria Central Appraisal District retiring after 44 years of service. Halliburton served as chief appraiser for more than 17 years. The board of directors has selected Carrie Wycliffe as interim chief appraiser. She joined the appraisal district in 2015. The search for a new chief appraiser underway. Halliburton's last day is March 8th.
Another near collision between two airplanes happened this weekend, the latest at an Austin airport where a FedEx plane was landing and a Southwest plane was taking off.
There was a similar close call last month between a Delta Airlines plane and an American Airlines plane at New York's JFK Airport.
It is the latest case of a near collision on the runway, this time at Austin Bergstrom International Airport. The Federal Aviation Administration says on Saturday a FedEx Boeing 767 was coming into land as a Southwest Airlines 737 was cleared to take off ahead of it. Air traffic control recordings detail apparent concern from the tower as the Southwest flight remained on the runway.
Southwest 70 confirm on the roll. Roll on now.
But preliminary Flight Radar 24 data shows the two planes remaining on a collision course. The FAA says the crew of the FedEx flight aborted its landing and started to climb, experts say averting disaster.
FedEx is on the go.
The FAA and probably the NTSB will interview the flight crews. They'll interview the tower personnel. They'll review the tapes, and they'll find out where the mistakes were made.
The National Transportation Safety Board says it is investigating this as a possible runway incursion. It is the same type of incident that happened on the runway last month at JFK. In that case, the pilots of a Delta flight were told to abort their takeoff as an American Airlines flight taxied across the runway in front of it.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Rejecting.
That underscores, one, that the most dangerous part, the most perilous part of your trip is often when the plane is taxiing on the runways. These runways are crowded.
So the passengers on those two planes were not hurt. They were shaken. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the cause of both of those near misses.
Now, Monday morning, Hallettsville police detained a Hallettsville man who had an outstanding parole warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Authorities say the man had methamphetamine. He was booked into the Lavaca County Jail.
The Texas Workforce Commission shows Eddy Foods in DeWitt County will lay off 140 workers February 15th. Eddy Foods is in Yoakum and was established as a meatpacking business in 1953. It's located at 404 Airport Road in DeWitt County. In a statement, the company says the decision was difficult and did not come easily. Eddy Foods says it lost a significant customer and a substantial decrease in production. So Pam Health is asking the community for donations as the war in Ukraine rages on.
25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick has more with what supplies they need and where donations can be made. Adarius.
That's right. As Ukraine citizens struggle for supplies during the war, Pam Health is asking for the community's help by donating supplies. The people of Ukraine need supplies like bandages or medical supplies, baby products like diapers, toys for children, and even warm clothes. Pam Health CEO Tommy Bayer says these small things may change lives in the Ukraine.
We take it for granted here.
And I can only imagine supply chains and all the disruption going on an ongoing basis. I feel like this is the least we can do.
This year, Pam Health received around 20,000 pounds and 500 boxes in support. You can beat those numbers this year. The collection begins February 13th until the end of the month. Donations can be made every weekday from 8 a.m. until noon. Pam Health has 2 locations, 101 James Coleman Drive and 102 Medical Drive. Drop off items in the lobbies of both locations Monday through Friday. Along with supplies, Pam Health will take monetary donations. Make sure your items are boxed and no weekend drop-offs are accepted. Back to y'all.
Darius, good job. Keep us updated on that. Time to turn to the weather. Just beautiful out there most of these last 2 days. Yeah.
Beautiful this weekend.
Good for those long walks, Howie.
Absolutely gorgeous outside. First week in February, and temperatures getting close to 80 degrees. That's what I signed up for. Right now on the coast, close to 70. Get away from the water. Temperatures in the mid 70s. The thing is, winds have started to pick up today. Look at these gusts, 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Why? We got a cold front boundary pushing in from the northwest. We have exiting high pressure, and they're kind of pulling on one another. So, yes, we're on the gusty side, but, hey, we're on the warm side. Now, here's what we got for tonight, or this evening, that is. 50s, partly cloudy. Clouds on the increase. Moisture moving ahead from the Gulf out ahead of this cold front that's headed our way. 61 degrees. We're staying on the breezy side, but we're looking at potential rain and a cool down. We'll talk all about it coming up. James, Karina.
Thanks, Howie. The Memphis Police Department has fired a 6th officer, Preston Hemphill, for his involvement in the Tyre Nichols death.
Former Officer Preston Hemphill is the latest in a string of firings connected to the death of Tyre Nichols. Hemphill, who had been with the Memphis Police Department since 2018, was assigned to the Scorpion unit. He's seen on video from his body camera tasing Tyre Nichols after he was pulled out from his car. Hemphill can be heard saying, quote, "I hope they stop his expletive."
I think the very first thing you do is fire the officer that it has or that represents the epitome of what's wrong with police departments, and that is the idea that excessive force is commonplace.
Hemphill's termination was necessary, says Memphis City Councilman J.B. Smiley. Smiley and other city leaders are looking to bring changes to the police department when it comes to use of force, transparency, and more.
Now I'm waiting on District Attorney Steve Mulroy to bring charges against this officer.
Hemphill's attorney, Lee Gerald, says his client will, quote, "continue to cooperate with authorities as the investigation continues."
Multiple points in the video, there are times when respondents are standing, not offering care, not offering treatment.
In Nashville Friday, the State Board of Emergency Medical Services suspended the licenses of Jamichael Sandridge and Robert Long, 2 former Memphis Fire EMTs. An attorney for the Department of Health says they didn't help Nichols for at least 19 minutes while Nichols was in distress against a police car and on the ground that night.
This is egregious behavior for any human being. And this is not the reflection of EMS in the state of Tennessee.
The attorney says neither EMT examined Tyre, checked his vital signs, or administered oxygen or an IV, which they are trained to do. The board found both also violated Tennessee code through their actions.
Congressman George Santos is being accused of sexually harassing a prospective staffer. Derek Myers has filed a police report and a complaint with the House Ethics Committee. In the complaint, he says Santos touched his groin during a private encounter on January 25th and invited him back to his home. Myers declined the invitation and his job offer was taken away a few days later. Santos says he 100% denies the allegations.
About Derek Myers and his alleging that you made an unwanted sexual advance toward him.
It's comical.
If you deny the claim against you?
Of course I deny the claim against. Let me make it very clear. Let me make it clear.
Thank you.
If there was any part of that were true, he should have led with that and not begged for a job that we decided to pull from him for being accused of doing exactly what he did to us.
And just a follow-up. So you categorically deny it?
100%.
Democrats and some Republicans are calling on Santos to resign after he was previously accused of making fabricated stories about his personal identity, work history, and education. He's also under investigation over his federal campaign filings.
Stay with us. Straight ahead on 25 News Now at 5. More than 2,000 people killed in an earthquake in Turkey and parts of Syria.
Also ahead, 2 people were arrested and charged in a plan to take down Baltimore's power grid.
Join us at First United Methodist Church Sunday mornings at 8:30 on KAVU TV. But if you're looking for a place to worship in person, we'd love to have you join us here at 8:30 and 10:40 in our sanctuary, or at 11 o'clock with Pastor Amanda in our Ignite Contemporary service. As society gets more and more back to normal, we hope that you'll join us for worship. We were made to worship in community. We pray together, sing together, share in Holy Communion together. Won't you come be the church with us at First United Methodist Church?
This week, the President in front of Congress and the American people, the State of the Union, the economy, immigration, policing, Russia, China. Americans turn to ABC for the primetime address, and World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast in America.
Cher's fiance is 40 years younger than her. Cher, you gotta get a prenup. When I saw this picture, just look at his hand, look like it's in a purse. Tuesday, Real Housewife Heather Gay.
Turkish authorities say more than 2,300 people have died from a devastating earthquake near the border with Syria, bringing the overall death toll in both countries to more than 3,400. The Syrian government has reported 656 deaths so far, while organizations in opposition-held areas have reported at least 450 deaths. Rescue efforts were still underway across both countries through the night and into Tuesday after the 7.8 magnitude earthquake. A massive train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, triggered evacuations as crews worked to avert a catastrophic tanker failure and explosion. Roughly 10 of the 100-plus cars that derailed were carrying hazardous materials. If an explosion occurred, it could spread toxic gas and send deadly shrapnel up to a mile away. The threat escalated as the blaze burned for a third night on Sunday. Authorities detected a drastic change in the chemical they were concerned about.
We have decided that controlled release will occur today at 3:30. We're urging everyone in this area, actually ordering them to leave.
The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the derailment. The cause is unknown, but there was a mechanical failure warning before the wreck. The FBI says 2 people were arrested and charged with conspiring to attack a power grid in the Baltimore area. Sarah Beth Clendaniel was recorded telling an FBI informant about her plans to shoot energy substations in 3 different locations. Her co-conspirator, Brandon Russell, is a neo-Nazi leader from Orlando, accused of providing instructions to Clendaniel. The arrests come amid a rise in attacks on the nation's power grids, and an incident in North Carolina knocked out power to some 45,000 people.
You know, the skin is the largest organ of the body. It protects the body from many external factors.
This afternoon, a dermatologist has more on how often you should wash your clothes to keep your skin healthy.
It's a wash it or wear it again debate.
It's really important to keep the skin as clean as possible, and that includes your clothing as well.
Dermatologist Susan Masick with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says some garments should absolutely be washed after being worn only once, including underwear, socks, and other clothing that's worn close to the body like tights, leggings, and activewear. However, Masick says other clothes like denim or outerwear that aren't soiled can be worn more than once before you throw them in the wash. When it comes to pajamas, that depends on your body.
If you're somebody that tends to get sweaty at night and tends to get warm or likes to snuggle under all those blankets, you may want to wash your pajamas on a nightly basis.
You'll know it's time to do laundry if you notice stains, sweat, dirt, or an odor. And when you do wash your clothes, Masick recommends fragrance-free detergent. Perfumey soaps can irritate the skin.
Avoid fabric softeners and dryer sheets, even though it's great in the winter to decrease static. That will actually increase your possibility of being sensitive and causing rashes if you're allergic or sensitive to those products.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
FTX sent messages to politicians and organizations demanding the return of donated funds from political organizations. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried became one of the largest contributors to the Democratic Party when he was lobbying politicians not to heavily regulate cryptocurrency. He and the company are now at the center of a fraud and conspiracy trial. Bankman-Fried has pled not guilty to those charges. Prosecutors say the money he donated was stolen from customers.
Grab your cell phone, scan this QR code, our quick response code, to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch us wherever, whenever, get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls, submit news tips, videos, and photos, and know about all of our contests. Howie?
Thanks, James. Yeah, Boundary headed our way. The paradise weather has to get interrupted again. We're going to talk all about it.
Hello, I'm Karina Garcia, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me August 19th to the 28th as we explore Bryce, Zion, and the Grand Canyon. Immerse yourself in the scenic beauty of 4 iconic national parks. Enjoy sweeping panoramas and otherworldly rock formations in these one-of-a-kind locations. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword KAVU, for more information.
A neighbor makes a point.
Did you put this up?
I did, Your Honor.
With a spike strip for the cats next door.
I said, Bob, I'm taking him down because our cat has been injured with a puncture wound, and now I know how it happened.
You knew that they bothered your neighbor.
But this fight has 9 lives.
We are now 2 years later. Are your cats indoor cats?
No.
Nope. Keep your cats in your house.
Next, Judge Judy.
This is the best season of American Idol overall when it comes to original talent. There's this young woman named Lucy Love. She's singing for her life.
I want my children to come up not even knowing that the lights were getting ready to get cut off.
Singing this song for my babies. Show those babies to never give up on their dream. Thank you.
Best is yet to come. American Idol season premiere February 19th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
What's going on at some Waffle Houses?
Waffle House gone wild.
Next, Inside Edition. Chaos, violence.
Anything gets thrown if it's not bolted down to a table.
The steps the restaurant chain is taking to keep everyone safe.
This is Waffle House security.
Then, behind the scenes at the Grammys. Beyonce versus Adele. Who will make history? Next, Inside Edition.
All right, we'll start off in Cuero with lots of sunshine, some cumulus clouds starting to thicken a little bit because we're seeing some moisture out ahead of a cold front that is headed our way. Not trying to scare you, I'm just telling you it's headed our way. So today, 78. We were talking last week, we were in the 30s and the 40s. Finally now, we're above average. That's where we're supposed to be. So 10 degrees above average. We've been as warm as 84 back in 1911. So temperature-wise, here's what we're dealing with. 70 still on the water. Get away from the water, still in the middle 70s. Beautiful, beautiful winter weather. The rest of the country snowed in, iced in, cold temperatures. Beautiful, beautiful day here to be around in South Texas. All right, dew points. Yeah, these are coming up a little bit. Moisture should start to increase out ahead of this boundary, so these will get up there, but not too stuffy today. I thought it felt pretty comfortable, maybe a little warm because, hey, we've been on the chilly side for a number of days. Now, what's going on is our high pressure system kind of moving off, cold front boundary headed our way out of the northwest. That pulling and tugging, yeah, look at our winds gusting away. Not too bad because temperatures are in the 30s with wind chills knocked down to the 20s. So you know what? Maybe the breeze feels kind of good. But yeah, we're on the gusty side. That helped with the fog. We were very foggy this morning. Some areas getting taken down to a quarter of a mile or less of visibility. Winds helped with that. So did the sunshine. But now that we're on the windy side, won't be dealing with that fog overnight. I talked about it a moment ago. So moisture is moving in from the Gulf out ahead of this cold front boundary that's headed our way. What does that mean? Yeah, we'll start to get showers because this moisture is going to collide with moisture, getting lift. That brings some rain. And then we have the sun heating us up, destabilizing the area. That could bring some showers. And then this boundary comes in and creates that extra lift, and that could bring us some showers. There's a slight cap. What does that mean? A lid on the atmosphere trying to suppress any type of rain. But I think we could have some factors here with upper level support that could be strong enough to overcome that cap, that lid on the atmosphere. Yeah, that can maybe lead to strong storms, potential severe weather. I'll be here to track it, monitor it, to see what's going on. But you see some heavy bands of rain. Hey, there's a chance maybe it stays to the north of us like a lot of times and avoids us. But I'll be here just to be safe, to see what's going on. And then tomorrow, that boundary will start to push off, and then high pressure is going to move in. And this is Wednesday. And then the high pressure moves in, and we'll start to cool down with sunshine once again, and then another boundary's headed our way. That'll knock temperatures down even further. Here's our future tracker. Okay, the boundary, moisture out ahead of the boundary. The boundary's coming through, striking up some showers in the area. The boundary moves off. Hey, and then we cool down and we dry off for a little bit, and then weather, kind of roller coaster ride. We'll talk more about that in a second here. So 61 degrees for our marine forecast, for the water that is, but this is small craft advisory back to choppy bays. You want to be careful out there on the waterway. This evening will be in the 50s, partly cloudy, clouds on the increase though. Hey, not bad, 61 degrees, but on the breezy side, winds around 25 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, 76, that's an alert day, 40% chance of some showers in the afternoon, with 30-mile-per-hour winds. Then for Cuero, here's what we got. Hey, we cool down 60s, 50s. I'll take that. That's 30s and 40s intolerable, but hey, that's not too bad at all. And then we warm up. Then in Port Lavaca, okay, we got some shower activity. But look at Thursday, 68. And so that's beautiful. I'll sign up for that all day, every day. And then right back here in Victoria, here's what we have. So 76 degrees for tomorrow. Boundary knocks us down. We warm up with some Gulf return. And then another boundary knocks us down into the 50s. I don't like that much, but hey, we rebound, warming back up into the 60s. For more weather news and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com. That is free on the Android and iPhone. Karina, James?
Thank you so much. Coming up next on 25 News Now at 5, we'll take a look at Wall Street. Plus, AMC announcing a new plan to charge different prices depending on where you choose to sit in the theater.
Beginning late in 2022, Victoria began experiencing a series of burglaries at local stores selling vaping supplies. Investigators at the Victoria Police Department believe the burglaries may be related and are asking for your help in solving them. These burglaries have happened at stores on North Navarro Street, Mockingbird Lane, and Houston Highway. If you have any information about these burglaries, please call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 572-4200. All tips are anonymous. If you give information that leads to arrest or indictment, you could earn a cash reward.
Need weather around the clock? When the weather changes in the Crossroads, you need a reliable source. Visit Interactive Radar online for the latest conditions in the Crossroads area. CrossroadsToday.com. Weather at your fingertips.
Protecting your eyesight is important, but who can you trust for eye care? Luckily, we have an excellent resource of compassionate eye doctors right here in South Texas. At Victoria Eye Center, Dr. Sean Cavusi, Dr. Daniel Bustos, Dr. Peter Lamb, Dr. George Buzales, as well as our skilled team of optometrists, provide treatment for diabetic eyes, cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, LASIK, and much more. With 5 locations in South Texas, there's bound to be an office near you. Contact Victoria Eye Center to schedule an eye exam.
Weather in the Crossroads can be disruptive, like the big flood, Hurricane Harvey, and the Arctic blast.
Conditions can change in an instant, which is why we're committed to keeping you and your family safe.
Warning you in advance with weather alert days, on air, online, and on our Crossroads Today mobile app.
From Victoria to Cuero and Port Lavaca, the 25 News Now First Warn Storm Team helps you plan your day every day.
You feel like home. You feel like home.
You're pregnant. You're gonna be one hell of a dad.
I learned from the very best.
A Million Little Things. The farewell season begins Wednesday on ABC.
Did you get my Valentine?
What if you made another Valentine for someone in your desk pod?
There, girls. I need a woman.
Bust the move.
I found this Valentine in my mailbox, and it's from, quote, a secret admirer. Is this from one of you guys?
I know who it is.
Just don't do anything nasty on school grounds, because if I can, then y'all can.
I have something really important I need to ask you.
Bust the move.
Taking a look at your stocks, the Dow down 119 points, the S&P down 33 points, and the Nasdaq down 152 points. Oil up 72 cents, closing at $74.11 a barrel. AMC is introducing new ticket pricing options depending on where you sit. For now, there will be 3 options. First is standard price, which AMC says will be for the most common seats. For a seat in the middle of the theater, there will be a premium price. And for those wanting to save money, a seat in the front row will now cost less than a regular ticket. The new pricing initiative rolls out Friday in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City. It's all set to hit AMC theaters before the end of the new year. And so here's your viewer poll this afternoon. Scan that QR code right there on your screen to participate. Now, would you pay more for certain movie theater seats? Yes or no? We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate. Don Brubaker and I will have what you and your neighbors are saying on 25 News Now at 6.
Dell says it's letting go of about 5% of its workforce, which is more than 6,000 workers. The company made the announcement in regulatory filing today, citing the challenging global economic environment as the reason why. Dell follows a host of tech companies implementing major job cuts as recession fears continue, including Microsoft, Amazon, Google's parent company Alphabet, and Facebook parent company Meta.
Stay with us. We'll take one last look at your forecast. Plus, a report finds the world is producing record amounts of waste from single-use plastics.
After 15 years as a journalist, I've learned it's important to grab the reader's attention with a catchy headline. Here's mine. Local woman ruins own life.
So you doing okay?
Yeah, I got coffee in my bra. Oh, and I might have to start driving Uber on the weekends, but now I don't have a car, so maybe they'll let me carry people. I know I could be more valuable to this paper as an investigative journalist.
I don't think I follow. Also, that jacket is gross.
I'm me.
The Kiwanis Club has been serving the youth in Victoria since 1946, and we are excited to announce our 15th annual Riverside Bicycle Ride, presented by Civil Corp on March 25th, to raise funds and awareness for our partner organizations who serve children of the crossroads. Join us for this timed and SAG-supported ride with 6 routes, including a 10K family ride with fun activity stops, starting at First English Lutheran Church. Register at riversideride.com. Kids need Kiwanis. Kiwanis needs you. Sponsored in part by the Victoria Television Group.
So, what do you do?
I'm a yoga instructor. You?
Pageant queen, turned rocket scientist.
I bet those pageants really prepared you for NASA.
Tell me something true.
I'm a criminal.
I'm CIA. What did you say you do again?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Who will win big and be the next American Idol? Season premiere Sunday, February 19th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Movies are dreams that you never forget.
It's the most magical place in the world. You stop making movies, that'll break your mother's heart.
This is larger than any of us.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus.
A new report from the Minderoo Foundation in Australia discovered the world generated 139 million metric tons of single-use plastic waste in 2021. That's 6 million metric tons more than what was produced in 2019. In recent years, governments worldwide have enacted bans to help curb the use of single-use plastic products like straws and dispensable utensils. However, the report says that's not enough, meaning products are more likely to end up in landfills, rivers, oceans, and on beaches instead of recycling plants.
Wow, I think it's time we all start switching to those portable water bottles.
It's a big issue, yeah.
And metal straws. Yeah, Howie, what do you think?
Yeah, you had the whale the other day eating all kinds of plastic fish line. The world, unfortunately, is a sewer because of monetary gain. So anything that can help it, I am all for it. All right, here's our marine forecast. 61 for our water. Base choppy seas occasionally at 8 feet. So yes, be careful out there on the water. So 50 this evening, not too bad. Overnight, 61, increasing clouds. Then tomorrow, yeah, we can see showers as we stay warm. Looking ahead of the rest of the week, hey, we cool down and warm up again. Karina, James?
And Howie, thank you. Thank you for being with us. Remember, we're always on at Crossroads Today Plus.
We hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 6.